It does take time sometimes. Children of Israel, 40 years. Grounding, complaining, as UPND members like grounding now. Give us the jobs. Throw out everybody who was in the previous government. Give us the jobs. I understand you. Some are saying, what were we fighting for? 20 senior people have come to me that we want to be employed. I said, all right, which job do you want? It says DMMU. 20 people. Your guess is as good as mine. Why they single out DMMU? Thank you. You can forgive us. That's what we do at home. It is a noble dance. In the past, it was demonized as threatening to kill people. No. It's a celebration. It's part of our broader culture and heritage, 10 provinces of Zambia. All of them equal. All of them equal. All of the 10 provinces equal. All of them. But let me just repeat this. Why do you think 10 senior, 20 senior, 50 senior members of UPND want to go to DMMU only? They have seen the one who was at DMMU building mansions at the expense of vulnerable children who are not in school. Their assumption is that this is the time to go there and be like that individual. Icona man. Icona. No. We have to make DMMU a noble function, not a platform to take resources away from the people of Zambia. And even if it means I offend my colleagues in the UPND, I am going to offend you to correct the country. Get a job of DMMU leader to save the people when they're in disaster, not to enrich yourself. That is a culture which was beginning to be accepted and cherished. And it's the same culture leading my own members demonizing me now. I stand by what Kambela said. We seek public office to serve the people. I know where he's lying there. He's proud of us. I know. I know. We have only been in office for 1 month, 3 weeks. But the people expect us to correct the damage of 10 years in 1 month and 3 weeks. We are studying the situation very quickly. We are fast learners. We've understood the environment we've gotten into. It's corrosive. And we are lining our ducks in a row so that we can deal with them systematically. If you didn't get the DMMU job, maybe we have saved you from going to prison. So you should thank us for protecting you. Because in this government, if you stand in the way of delivery for the 18 million Zambians, you will find us standing in front of you, right in front of you. I'm sorry to say what I'm saying, because I scan social media We cannot remove all the Zambians we found in government. Some of them were abused themselves. They were abused by the previous government. It's time for us now to normalize their lives. Do not misunderstand me. We are effecting changes. Some of you take the roles you want. But when you take those roles, remember, use those roles to save the people of Zambia. That's what that man lying there stood for. At 55 years old, he had made his family understand the importance of hard work. He was 55 years old. 1998. Work your numbers. He understood that first one must work for themselves and the family, then you can go and work for the public. If you don't understand that, it will give you a lot of diarrhea and headaches every time you are faced with issues in public office. Because the temptations are huge. I've seen them already. I've seen them. And I said, now I understand why people got corrupted in this presidency. Forgive that man lying there for advancing what is right for society. And we walk that road. If you are not DMMU leader and you can get your daughter who has been unemployed for all these years because of segregation, as we want to equalize this country, Mr. Swari, I want to assure you, your concerns are our concerns. Keeping the country together is what has taken us long, to what took that man into the grave. Shortcuts may not work. But if your child, your daughter, your cousin, another person in your family who had no opportunity to get a job after we've worked the economy, believe me, we're working the economy already. We're doing things you can't see already. We want to dismantle this debt. We're working on it. There will be no default. Hang on before you clap. Hang on before you clap. We have already executed what is called the Debt Service Sustainability Initiative in order to allow us breathing space. As you get impatient, you Zambians, we are aware of your impatience. We try and make sure that we get things in order. Then we can dismantle the debt service obligations, which are huge, create headroom, release revenues for investment expenditure. Then we can create jobs. That's what that man understood. 1 month, 3 weeks. Hey, stop drowning. Stop drowning. If your neighbor can get a job in a few months' time because we have restructured the economy, which was dying, even if you're not DMMU leader, you should be happy. You should be happy. Why am I emphasizing this issue? It is to understand that this HH you put here now, if I think in the Tonga way, sometimes I do first. Ndimemuka banji banji. Let me explain in English. Whereas before I was UPND president only, and I worked for, let me repeat. Whereas I was UPND president just 50 days ago, 60 days ago, I was just a UPND president. As you've seen, I was just a boy from Wengo. But today, I'm married to 18 million Zambians. Kamela understood that very well. He understood that very well. You should understand that very well. Let me shorten the narrative so people can have food. Some people are diabetic. We care for people, isn't it? All types of people. What we have done, what we are going to do in this budget, the very first UPND budget, to honor Canberra, we were agonizing. I said, Minister of Finance, Situ, we have to do something dramatic in the first year. Because right now, we are serving a budget of those who were there before us. Our first budget draft will be announced this month end. Keep your ears open. Within the challenges of a declining economy, I said to Situ, we have to do something dramatic to take money away from the thieves in Lusaka, the corrupt in Lusaka. And take it to the people. I said that will be my first message to that man, that your efforts were not in vain. So you will see that we are taking a big chunk of the national resources to the people in the constituencies for them to make decisions as to where the water is furthest for the woman, who should not, going forward, carry a bucket of water, 20 liters here, firewood here, on the shoulder, a baby in the back, and indeed an infant pulling her dress backwards as she works to serve the family. And I've said to the Minister of Finance, this is not an option, Situ. We have to rearrange the resources that we have, limited as they are, and take resources to the people so we can have water closer to the population.